Good afternoon.
Welcome to a celebration of home ownership and building wealth for Plainfield residents. This is one of 7 groundbreakings we're going to have. We're fortunate enough that we've partnered with some investors in Plainfield where they're agreed to build affordable housing for sale for Plainfield residents. What this meant is that we had to develop a redevelopment plan where we could look at some of the smaller lots that the city owned and make the zoning and the bulk requirements for building conducive for single family home ownership as well as one two-family home. So what we're going to see here today, we are doing a groundbreaking for one of those homes. This home is just under 2,000 square feet. It leaves enough room where you have a 20-foot front yard, you have a 20-foot backyard. And this is thanks to the partnership with Gonsosa, Ricardo Sosa specifically. Y'all can clap for Ricardo. Also TD Plus partners, Patrick Turbord. In addition to offering an opportunity for a 2,000 square foot home for sale that will be 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, have a private lot, have storage available, the city has also partnered with these developers to offer a down payment assistance fund. So once you have these homes that are going to range between $500,000 and $650,000 per sale, you will be eligible for a $30,000 down payment assistance fund. That'll give you at least 5% for your down payment to move forward with your home ownership. So with that, we are going to keep these brief for the most part. I'm going to end up the day of the schedule for the agenda is going to be, I'm going to hand it over to the mayor. Then the mayor is going to introduce our council president, Steve Hockaday. And then Steve Hockaday is going to hand it over to our developers. So with that, let me introduce the man with a vision for inspiring home ownership and building wealth for Plainfield residents, the Honorable Adrian O'Map.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So I've been blessed in a number of ways. I've been blessed by the Creator with a great deal of melanin. So I'm going to get out of this sun as soon as possible. I don't need any more. That'd be great. You've heard from Zenobia about the plans that we have for home ownership in the city of Plainfield. We know that that's a critical need. And we are combining residential apartment dwellings with affordable home ownership opportunities. Because everyone deserves to be able to afford a part of the American dream, and that is home ownership. And there's no question about it that home ownership is about building wealth. That is the greatest asset that most people have across this nation. And when it comes to generational wealth, that is something that can be handed down to a child, a grandchild, and that's how we are able to build generational wealth. So it is extremely important that developments like this are supported. And that is why so far we have 7 of them that are in progress or that will soon be in progress, because we're serious about having our residents own a part of the American dream. Now, you have hundreds of homes in the city of Plainfield that are smaller than the size of these homes that are being built. And we're talking 4-bedroom homes, 2 bathrooms. And this is something that our residents need and deserve. And the fact that we're providing down payment assistance, not a loan, but a grant. A grant is something that you don't have to repay. And we're giving that to bona fide Plainfield residents who will be able to own a home in the not too distant future. And so I am very excited about this development and about the others that are happening across the city. And we're going to be doing groundbreakings like this in other parts of the city. I believe we have 5 in the 4th Ward that we're going to be doing. And so these are exciting times when our residents are able to own a piece of the American pie. And that's why we are so excited, but even more excited by the fact that we are providing seed money for our residents to be able to own their homes. And not only that, but we're providing a pilot, a payment in lieu of taxes. Not someone who flies an airplane, but a payment in lieu of taxes. And that would be a guaranteed amount that each of these homeowners will know how much he or she will have to pay in property taxes. So it would be very predictable for a period of 10 years. You pay your mortgage, you pay your insurance, and you pay that pilot payment. And so on average, people could be paying anywhere from $3,500 to maybe $4,000. And you know, as well as I do, that most homes are always purchased with dual incomes. Whether it's a husband and a spouse, whether it's 2 brothers, a brother and a sister, a parent and a child. 2 incomes allow people to afford a home in these United States. And so those 2 siblings that are renting an apartment, paying $2,000 each a month, and having nothing to show for it, nothing, other than they're able to go in at night, put their heads down, leave in the morning, go to work, but at the end of the year, there is nothing they have to show for that $2,000 that they're each paying for an apartment. Now just imagine when they combine those 2 amounts, you're talking $4,000 that will allow them to easily afford to purchase one of these homes. And right out of the gate, they're starting with equity of about $200,000. Now, can you beat that? No, you can't. But this is what our residents deserve. So I'm excited. These are good times. And welcome to home ownership, Plainfield residents. It's coming to you. Thank you and God bless.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steve Hockaday, the Council President for 2025. Just want to come here and give well wishes for this project here. I don't see any other of my council colleagues here, but I will tell you that they are an essential component to getting projects like these done. Projects like these require legislative approval. What that means is that you at least need a majority of the council that believes that this is a good idea. And fortunately, we had that majority. Not every council member agreed that this was the type of building that should occur, but fortunately, a majority did. And why is this a good thing? Well, first of all, Plainfield has all income levels here. So when we're talking about affordable, certainly there are on the low income affordable, such as Section 8 housing, which obviously Plainfield has. And we've been doing a lot of work there, developing that. And as some of you may know, there's even plans to renovate Liberty Village, for example, refurbishing that. We haven't stopped there. But we can't stop there, right? We also need housing, good housing, equity for those who make a little bit more, who are more middle income Plainfielders. We know we have that, and we have Plainfielders here who make even more than that. But we can't only cater to one income group in Plainfield. We have to cater to each one. And we need specific tools, tips, and partners that are willing to come to the table to create projects like these. So I'm very proud that we found willing developers who will take over this this parcel of land and develop the beautiful home that we see behind us. And I have some familiarity with these developers because there's houses that are springing up all across town by this very developer. And I have to say, they are some of the best looking new homes that I've seen anywhere, not just in Plainfield, but even when you go across other towns. These are homes that belong in Plainfield. We're proud of the work product that we've seen thus far and look forward to more to come. So I'll introduce the man who's responsible for these beautiful designs and these awesome functional homes. His name is Ricardo Sosa of Gun Sosa. Come on up and give a few words to the people.
Good afternoon, Ricardo Sosa from Gun Sosa Development. It's an honor to partner up with the city of Plainfield. Just not this development, but a development that's going to make an impact to the community, an impact for the first-time home buyers. It's providing luxury one-family homes and two-family homes, and I'm definitely looking forward to taking this project to the finish line. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I just want to quickly thank the combined team that worked on this project. Gun Sosa, TD Plus Partners, Damaris, Tara, Conrad, Inette, everybody who worked hard on this project, including our subs behind us. We are here because of the leadership of Adrian Omap. Ricardo and I were driving through the city yesterday, and I remember him commenting on the fact that a mayor 15, 16 years ago, nobody wanted to be caught here in certain parts of the city. And today you see the removal of so many blighted properties, and that creates a real confidence booster for investors, and that's why we have been developing in the city. It's very important to note that this project really allows for the addressing of the wealth gap. White families in New Jersey on average have a wealth net worth of $622,000, and African American and Hispanic families are about $20,000 to $30,000 in net worth. So you have a mayor that's really significantly addressed that issue by bringing up the median home price in Plainfield to $590,000. That's the median. We're going to be building these homes and selling below that. And immediately, like the mayor said, it creates an equity situation that really allows a family to take a differential between the $750,000 or so these homes would cost and be able to invest those funds. So we're very happy to partner with the city. Thanks again to Zenobia for shepherding this and making all of this possible. Thank you.
Right. Without further ado, we're going to ask some members of the team to join us for the groundbreaking. So, of course, the mayor. I'm also going to ask our director of Department of Public Works, because they made sure we maintain these properties so we can have our investment. Warren K. Dabney, please join me. And from Gonsosa, I believe we have Arlene, and who else do you want with me? 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Zenobia Fields. I'm the Director of Economic Development for the City of Plainfield. And welcome to another celebration of home ownership and building wealth in the City of Plainfield for Plainfield residents. Today we are going to do the groundbreaking for the second of 7 homes that are going to be for sale for an affordable price. We did our first groundbreaking just an hour ago. This is our second groundbreaking. Tomorrow we're going to do another 5. With this opportunity, partnering with our developers, one of our developers being TD Plus Partners Patrick Turgor, Ricardo Sosa of Gon Sosa. These two partners have made it possible for us to have home ownership for sale at an affordable price. These homes are going to be available between $500,000 and $650,000. Not only that, they're going to be offered as a down payment assistance program through the city of Plainfield, where we're going to offer $30,000 for down payment assistance. That $30,000 can go up to as much as 5% in down payment assistance. This gives us the opportunity not only to look at for homes that you would look for rent, but you're also going to build on your wealth for the community. So I am not going to go any further. What I will say about these homes and the partnerships with the city of Plainfield, we worked with these developers with our redevelopment plans, where the redevelopment plan allowed for the zoning or the bulk building requirements, where we could build on some of these smaller lots and make home ownership possible. This home that we're going to be breaking the ground for behind us is actually going to be 2,200 square feet. That's almost twice the size of some of the homes that we see surrounding us. You're still going to have a front yard that's going to be 20 feet. You're going to have a backyard that's going to be 20 feet in the back. You're going to have 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. Home ownership is definitely possible. So we're going to go through and hear from some of our partners, including just the order of the day. I'm going to hand it over to the mayor. The mayor is going to hand it over to our council president, Steve Hockaday. Then Steve Hockaday, he's going to hand it over to our developers. So without further ado, allow me to introduce the man with the vision for building home ownership and wealth in the city of Plainfield, the Honorable Adrian O'Mac.
And I'm going to keep preaching to you, the choir, so that you will sing. Sing the praises of this administration, sing the praises of the work that we've been doing in order to provide opportunities to the residents of Plainfield. And we have been focused on building affordable apartment units and affordable homes for sale. And why is it important to build affordable apartment units? Because if you can afford a studio for, let's say, $600 or $700, you can save money that you can put into a 401k plan, creating wealth that you can then use to go towards home ownership. So we are addressing it on that front by building affordable apartments. And you might have seen the groundbreaking yesterday, where we're building 218 affordable apartments behind what used to be the YMCA, which will now be the Center of Excellence. So this is what affordable means, what it does. It allows people to save money. They can put it in a 401k or some other investment vehicle so that they can then use that money to purchase their first home. Well, let's talk about these homes that are being built here by TD Partner and Gunsosa. And it is so important for us to have partners like these two gentlemen that are standing behind me and their companies. Because it is through partnerships that we're able to get these kinds of developments here in the city of Plainfield, providing opportunities. And you've heard about the benefit that this will bring to the city. You've heard about the generational wealth that will be created through home ownership. And this is something that's real. This is something that will happen as soon as these homes are sold to bona fide Plainfield residents. They will start day one with equity in their homes. And so this is a wonderful opportunity. We're going to be doing more of this because it makes sense. And it means that we want to bring everyone to the table. We want everyone in the city to own a part of the American dream. And so I am very happy, very pleased that we've been able to find partners such as the ones that you're going to hear from, who have the confidence in Plainfield to come here and to invest and to give people an opportunity so that they can create generational wealth. And so these are good times in Plainfield, and we're going to make sure that these good times continue and that we elevate everyone so that everyone has that opportunity to gain wealth and to build for the next generation. So that's all I have for you this afternoon. We're going to continue to move our city of Plainfield forward, and I want to thank our development partners for the confidence that they place in us so that we can do what we're doing here today. And a year from now, when you drive this way, it wouldn't look like this. You'll see a beautiful home rising from the ground that a family will own and will be very, very happy. And so thank you. Let's continue to work together to move our city forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. I'm Steve Hockaday, the Council President for 2025. Remarks regarding this. So certainly this is another project where not the full council, but a majority of the council folks were in full support of this type of arrangement where we can make sure that we're making available affordable home ownership for Plainfield residents. Now, this is just one indication why a majority of the council has confidence in this administration. Over the span of time, you see that it's not just a single-minded approach in terms of housing in Plainfield. Certainly you've seen development all throughout the town where they're building market rate apartments. But then you see affordable options, such as something that one of our developers back here, TD Partners, developed, the Stationette Grant, which is workforce housing. That's a different income range. Then you see opportunities like this for those who are able to afford housing from the $500,000 to $650,000 range. Then you hear about programs that we have through the Housing Authority where we're rehabbing our existing housing authorities stock to make sure that they're taken care of as well, right? So every facet of Plainfield, every income level of Plainfield is something that we want to pay attention to, all right? Now it does take time, right? We're not gonna be able to snap our fingers and everybody's taken care of. But over the course of the years, what you've been able to witness is an administration and a council that's very deliberate to make sure that there's specific tools and relationships and partners that help out all of Plainfield in every ward, right? We just left the 3rd ward with the groundbreaking, and now I think we're on the border. This might be the 1st ward here. 4th ward is just across the street. But we're looking to develop, to provide opportunities in all wards of Plainfield. And let me tell you, this is an extreme opportunity. My professional job is one thing that I do is I'm a real estate attorney. So I do closings and I help people either transition to Plainfield or out of Plainfield, but I see what these properties are going for in Plainfield nowadays. And I have to say, a property that just closed today went for almost $750,000, right? So these are real numbers that are being purchased in Plainfield. So, and that was not a new construction home. It was a nice home, but it was not newly constructed. So now we have here an opportunity for new construction, something brand new, with the work of Gonsosa. And you've seen their work product throughout town. If you see the logo next to the house, you know that that's a Gonsosa property, proudly displaying their emblem, showing that they're proud of the work that they do here. And I said a little bit about Gonsosa the last time, so I'll speak a little bit about TD Partners in addition to what I said about the station on Grant. But he's a developer that has primarily been focused in Plainfield on making sure that there's affordable opportunities. So TD Partners operates as somewhat of a wizard in terms of making what may not seem possible possible through his financial acumen and his ability to make sure that we're taking advantage of all the grants, all right, all the tax incentives, all of the rebates that are available to a community like Plainfield, which some of it is available because of the relationships that the mayor has built up and down the state. We have TD Partners here to make sure that we're leveraging our status, our preeminent status in the state, to make sure that we get everything that is due to us to make this available for our residents for purchase. So for me, I'm just a fly on the wall, very gracious to see these wonderful products and projects happen, and just to be able to speak on the behalf of the marvel of being able to take so many moving parts and make it something that Plainfield can be proud of and that our residents can take advantage of. So I thank you all. I thank the residents for continuing to have trust in us so that we can continue to build and bring you projects like these that will improve our neighborhood greatly. So I'm going to introduce the developer, Ricardo Sosa. You come on up and just give us a few words. And he's a man of few words, but I tell you, his building is second to none. Ricardo Sosa.
It's an honor to be part of this development. First, I want to thank City of Plainfield, Mayor Mapp, City Council, and their staff for entrusting me on this development. It's an honor to be part of it. It's just not a development. It's a development that's going to make an impact to the community. It's going to be a development that's going to make an impact to the home ownership. Just not any home ownership, but home ownership for first-time buyers to make a difference on their first purchase of home. I'm very excited to be part of this. I'm definitely looking forward to bring this to the finish line. I also want to thank my partner, Patrick from TD Partners, the Consosa family, my wife and kids for always supporting what I do. And once again, this is just not a regular development project. This is a project that's going to make an impact to the community, which I adore to do. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I really want to thank Mayor Mapp and his administration for making this possible. It's very difficult to develop housing, homeownership opportunities in Plainfield or any municipality today at below $750,000 for a new home. This is really possible because the mayor had a vision for bringing homeownership to Plainfield, and he instructed his team to put in place a redevelopment plan, which really made it possible for the homeowners to then receive a tax abatement. So if you look at it from a math perspective, the person residing in one of these homes is actually receiving a discount that could then be applied to an investment vehicle, and you really help to address the wealth gap. So I really want to commend the mayor. Plainfield is a place that we love to do business. The reason why is really simple. It is business friendly. That changed back in 2016, 2015, when the mayor became the mayor of the city of Plainfield. It's easy quite often to have anyone be a politician, but very few people are leaders. Adrian Mapp is a leader, and as a leader, he selected a great team of people who has made it conducive for us to do business here in the city. And so the changes that we see today, I really have to applaud him for making it possible and for really being best in class. Ricardo and I are not going to name cities, but this project from start to inception to get into the ground probably took about 6 months. We've been trying to do something similar somewhere else. We're a year and a half in. We're nowhere close. This is a testament to what Plainfield is. Thank you.
Alright, so we are going to be joined by the groundbreaking. So also joining the Plainfield team is our Chief of Staff Director of IT and Communications, Director Jazz Clayton Hunt. We definitely definitely want to thank the rest of our team members for setting this up today. Of course, DPW for making sure we have all this available. I appreciate that tent over there. IT for making sure that we're being heard, and also media for getting the word out. From our economic development team, we have our economic development manager, Maximo Vasquez. Our urban enterprise zone coordinator, Jeanette Aparicio. And we also have with us from the planning team, Tyler Council, and also from economic development, Kina Ruiz. So I am going to ask Ricardo Sosa to invite the rest of his team up for the groundbreaking, and we will go from there. Okay. 3, 2,